Hello, my name is Amani Veray. This is for Calm 101 on positively coping with a long-term relationship breakup. It is December 7th, 2021, and this is my audience, which consists of one person, my mom. Say hi. And here are my note cards. I have 1, 2, and 3. So everyone will go through a breakup at least once in their life. It's one of the most stressful or emotional experiences anyone can go through. When a relationship has lasted for years and it suddenly ends, you're faced with having to deal with the worst thing a human can possibly experience, which is grief. Your entire world is turned upside down. And depending on the person, they could cope with this newfound life of independence in one of two ways: positive or negative. Realistically, everyone will experience a bit of both of these when going through a breakup, but my goal is to give various positive ways to help with the healing process as much as possible. My goal is to provide you with insight on effective coping mechanisms while suffering from the loss of someone who used to be there for you always and is now gone. There are endless studies and articles on how the human brain reacts while going through a painful breakup like this. But first, I'd like to start by informing you of signs that your long-term relationship has run its course and is now coming to an end. According to the Bride's website, the biggest sign that your relationship is coming to an end is that it becomes difficult to agree on anything. You guys constantly argue, there's no more physical attraction, and the emotional connection you both once had is now different or non existent. And once you clearly see these signs and decide to finally pull the plug on your relationship, this is where life suddenly becomes difficult for you. Some individuals may feel the need to instantly get back with their ex. Because they realize they can't live without them, and another reason being they've already done and experienced so much with this one person that they don't want to experience that with anybody else. So they literally feel like they cannot live without their companion. But these are very unhealthy coping mechanisms. It's very unhealthy behavior, and it's something that should be avoided at all costs. The Stylist website has even stated on their article that going back to your ex can mean a loss of sense of self. And your priority is to find yourself once again, but not to stray away from your sense of self. Another way people unhealthily cope is that they abuse drugs and or alcohol as a means to distract themselves from their real problems. But distractions are called distractions for a reason. They're temporary and they only deter you from healing. While people may use unhealthy coping mechanisms in attempts to heal, some may realize that they're actually doing the opposite. In order to benefit your mental health and begin your self-love journey, you must recognize and face your problems head on instead of just avoiding them. And based on the Time website, there's a 3-step scientific way to mend the breakup process. Researchers conducted a study on 24 heartbroken adults, ages ranging from 20 to 37 years old, and all of them were in a long-term relationship on average of 2.5 years. So the researchers started the study by first doing EEG readings on the subject's emotional responses to pictures of their ex. The emotional responses were really high to pictures of their exes, and then they continued to tell the subjects to, 1, highlight the negative traits of your ex. Think of everything you disliked your ex doing. 2, face that you're no longer with this person. Even if you still love them and you miss them, just find it within yourself to accept that they're gone and you need to move on. Accept that you did love them once and move away from it. And 3, distract yourself with as many happy thoughts as you can possibly do. Like your favorite food or your favorite show. Distract yourself with family. Anything that you may love doing on your own, think of those things. And after doing these 3 things, the people who were tested were proven by EEG readings that their emotional responses to pictures of their ex had significantly decreased. Excuse me. This study shows that the mere action of facing your breakup head on and staying positive can greatly affect your mental health. And another way you could drastically improve your quality of life after losing someone of great meaning to you is to distance yourself from them. Remove as many memories and reminders of them as you possibly can, and focus on yourself. You want to delete all the photos you can of them, remove them on social media, anything you can. if you want to move on from someone effectively, you can't have constant reminders of them like in your face all day. And as stated by the Helpline website, it's time to turn your attention to your relationship within yourself instead. This basically means that focusing on yourself has become your number one priority. And with that being said, the disconnection in your relationship happened for a reason. It was meant to happen at that time period in your life, and there's no timestamp on how long your healing journey will ever be. But patience and care for yourself and your mental health has become your biggest priority when you go through a life-changing event like long-term relationship breakups. Once you don't abuse drugs or alcohol and you focus on healthy coping mechanisms, your life will become so much easier than before. And don't get me wrong, life is never really easy. Breakups are just, this is just a big thing that you have to get over, and that's all you have to focus on. And that was my speech on positively coping with long-term relationship breakup. Thank you so much, and here are my note cards again. Well, I got them mixed up. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you.